Girls on Film. I don't know the words to this song. Girls on Film. It's a Duran Duran song. So I wanted to draw girls. I've been working on drawing pinups. I've been working on drawing faces. I want to get better at it. I am a pinup artist, and now I just have to get my skills up to that level. So that's what I want to work on this week. So last time on The Artistic Biker, we had done some face work. We went through the process of how to draw faces. Played with a couple of different pictures that don't look anything like the person that I was trying to draw, and that inspired me to actually sign up for a portrait class that doesn't start until next week. So, and then we went ahead and we did one the way I normally do it, and it turned out a whole lot better than any of the ones where I was trying to show how to do it. So that was last week. This week we're going to draw some faces, and we're going to draw a pinup. So with that, let's just turn the page and to get started. Ooh, where is the last page? Look at the last thing we did was freezing times. I miss Brahms hamburgers. Brahms was good. Brahms is still good. There's just the closest one to me is 3 hours away, and I miss them. Oh my goodness, I miss them. I mean, 3 hours. I have to go to Hillsboro. I have to drive all the way to Hillsboro to get to Brahms. It'd be worth it if there was something else going on in the area for me to go to. But not really worth it just to drive up there for Brahms. I need to put some shampoo in my water. Not really worth it just to drive up there for Brahms. But I do loves me a Brahms hamburger. And more importantly, I love the pralines and cream ice cream. Ooh, the pralines and cream ice cream is so good. I'm just gonna love it so much. It's just, everything is in my way. Alright. You'd think I'd have everything ready to go. It's not like we haven't been doing this for 7 years. 9 years. We've been doing this for 9 years. Not gonna lie, was really considering not doing anything this week. It gets hard to do. I love it when the kids are out here with me playing. The son-in-law is out here with me playing. The grandbaby's out here with me playing. I love it when I have a channel full of people, a chat room full of people to visit with, to play off of. But when everybody's off doing their own thing, it gets really, I don't know, I just feel like there's something else I could be doing, something outside. But I think a lot of that is that I don't feel like my art is where I want it to be. And the only way to get my art where I want it to be is to practice. And nobody wants to practice. I don't want to practice. I don't want to learn how to be good. I just want to be good. Why can't I just be good? But I have made some great improvements. Look at this. I got a brand new shirt and I've got paint on it. Look, look, look. Can you see this? It's just a brand new shirt. Just got paint on it. All of my best clothes have, all my good clothes have paint on them. That's what makes them my good clothes. Let me dry this real quick. Anyway, I didn't come here to whine about nobody arguing with me. I came out here to whine about not being motivated. I know I'm not the only one. Maybe it's seasonal. I'll tell you what I noticed. Jerry's Artorama has a YouTube channel. Hang on. Hello?
Yes, Dad?
I was calling to see if you had a pink marker.
Yes, in my backpack, which is in Mom's car.
Okay.
There's a pack of markers.
Well, it's too late now.
Oh, okay.
Thanks anyway, though.
You're welcome.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Bye.
There's my baby girl. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Jerry's Artorama. Jerry's Artorama has a YouTube channel, and on Mondays they have Mixed Media Mania or something to that effect. And she paints in an art journal. And this past week, her episode was about what to do when you've lost your motivation, when you can't think of anything you want to work on. And I thought, so it's not just me. And I knew it wasn't just me. I knew it wasn't just me. I know lots of people are having this struggle like this. But it sure seems like it happens a lot more frequently these days. So I've got my slideshow going. I'm gonna do a few faces across here. You just kind of line up. I'm going to use kind of use the folds of the paper to imagine how many faces I want to do. There we go. Hang on, I ended up getting some paint on my pencil lead. Can't let my pencil lead get paint on it. Okay, so go. Wait. Settings. How much time are we given to this? Slide delay. I'm gonna up that to, I've got it set for 60 seconds. 60 seconds is really pretty good. Let's go to 90 though. Alright. Look at me. Not even trying. That's horrible. It's like I'm afraid the time's going to run out before I even get there, so I'm just not trying. It's been a while since I've done this with a paintbrush. And it shows. It shows. I'm not trying for perfection here, I'm just trying to get some shapes in there. I don't know, maybe I ought to go back to 60 seconds. So yeah, I signed up for a portrait class at the Houston Art League. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I know I'm going to have a good time. I always enjoy myself when I do stuff like that. So I know I'm going to have a good time. It's just hopefully that I'm hoping that it'll. I looked away from what I was doing and screwed that eye all up. And of course it's ink, so you can't do anything with it. Simply looked away and screwed that all up. What was I saying? I know I'm going to have fun with it. I always have fun when I do stuff like that. Let's try to pay a little bit more attention this time. I guess I should be happy that you guys can't see what I'm seeing, so you don't know how bad I'm doing. But I can tell you that this one turned out better than any of the others so far. Maybe I should move that over to the screen so you can see it. Probably won't be able to see it because of my big head anyway. Probably shouldn't let you see the faces. Then you'll know they weren't really redheads. See, I know I'm going to have a good time because I always enjoy that kind of stuff. It's just, like I said, I've been so, I don't know, bored's not the right word. Bored is not the right word. I don't know what the right word is, but I haven't been bored. I just haven't been inspired. I haven't been to figure drawing. I haven't been to out sketching it in the restaurants. It's like I've just stopped. It's fun when you can stop and take a drink of coffee in between. And I don't even have alcohol in my coffee. Still not drinking. That New Year's thing kind of messed me up in a big way. It's amazing how important eyebrows actually are to a picture. When you don't put eyebrows in, it really makes a difference. This is a, hey DIY Crafts, hey Pamela. This is a Pentel ink brush. I got this at the Hobby Lobby. And it's really very nice. Almost as nice as the brush that I love. See, I looked away again. You gotta look. I have to watch what I'm doing. Can't talk, Harding. I have to watch what I'm doing. Can't talk, Harding. But yeah, this is a Pentel ink brush. I filled it up twice now. I filled it this time. I filled it with fountain pen ink. So that it would be water soluble. Here, I'll show you in a minute why that was important to me. Because we're going to shade this. And you feel scared, I do. Oh, we're skipping that one. The problem with when I look away, everything becomes abstract again. I'm really trying to get away from that. I start relying on what I know instead of what I see. And as cool as that is, it's not very accurate. But again, you know, we're just doing backgrounds. It's fine for what we're doing. we should probably put that back down to 60 seconds. Slide delay. 90 seconds is just too long for what I'm doing. Well, I like the 90-second. I like the 60-second ones better anyway. Got some kind of tremor in my legs going on right now. I don't know why. Maybe I'm excited. I'm surprised this is the first redhead we've had pop up. Considering the vast majority of the faces on my phone are redheads. It's kind of interesting that this would be the first one that pops up. Doesn't matter, when I paint them they're all redheads. I arrived a little late. So what is the plan for tonight? Pamela, I'm just messing around in my book. I'm just painting some faces, and then I'm going to paint a little pin-up on top of them. I was mentioning that I had enrolled in a portrait drawing class here in Houston, and we'll see how that goes. And I know I'm going to have a good time because I always enjoy that kind of stuff. And what I'm hoping is that it will excite me and make me want to paint more. Because the struggle I'm having right now is finding the energy and the drive to even want to pick up the brushes. And I know I'm not the only one, because like I said, the Jerry's Artorama video this week was what to do when you're feeling stuck. It's fun. It's always fun when the kids are out here with me. But when the kids aren't out here, and I'm out here by myself, I get a little lonely. But it's always fun when the kids are out here with me. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to force the kids out here with me all the time. Maybe that's exactly what I need to do. Maybe I just need to make the kids come out here with me. I'm sure that they would love that. They've outgrown me. Or at least they think they have. There's boys and girls and neighborhood kids and all kinds of other things that are way more exciting to them than me. Ink's not flowing. It's like I'm out of ink. Time out. I'm not out of ink. I can hear it in there. Well, on Mondays they have the mixed media classes on their YouTube channel, and she basically just said play until you push past it. Which is, you know, probably really good advice. Probably really good advice. You said, from the number of easels you sent me, I'll be able to see that you are not stuck for a change, huh? I tell you what, stuck's not the right word. Uninspired. Unmotivated. Unmotivated is where I am. And I don't know why. I enjoy doing it. Every time I do it, I enjoy doing it. Every time I break out my pens, every time I break out my paints, I have a good time. Oh, that was a bit much, wasn't it? I don't think she was supposed to be in the faces folder. Every time I break out my pens, I have my paints, I have a good time. It's just motivating myself to get my paints out. You know, even figure drawing, going to figure drawing, the biggest problem is getting over there, because it's it's a 45-minute drive. I just screwed that one all up. It's a 45-minute drive just because of the traffic at the time of day. And so I haven't been going. So it's not that I don't have ideas of what I want to do. There's plenty of scantily clad women out there that need drawing. It's more that I don't know. There's no real excuse. Dog's barking at something. You need to have an artist orgy where you have artists over and y'all just art all over. That's exactly what I need, is an artist orgy. I think that's what makes it fun with the kids. Not that it's an orgy, is probably not the right, but at least when the kids are out here, we've got something to feed off each other. Especially Adam, the boy toy, girl one's boy toy. When he's out here, it's a whole lot of fun because we're drinking and we're laughing and joking, cutting up. One more. We'll do one more of these. girl.
Hi.
Hi, lover.
What you do?
Bunch of faces. What you do?
I say hi.
Hi. All right. That's a good start. Some of these didn't work out so well. Some of them turned out nice. Do a little shading to them. What do you do to me?
Tell you I love you.
Huh?
Told you I love you.
I love you too. Sometimes shading makes all the difference. This is why I use the fountain pen ink. It's because it's water soluble and lets me spread it a little bit easier. Sometimes. Other times it's just a mess. It's not bad though for a little quick shading. Can't talk. Harding. But yeah, you're right. I just need to get some people. You know, Jamie Lynn doesn't live too far from here. Maybe I just need to head over to Purple Door Studios and art with her. Give her a quick call, see if she wants to break bread and paint. Alright, let's take that. We can work with that. Congratulations, you get the inward pass. Expires in 6 months. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're trying to say. Do. Can't talk. Harding. How are we doing on time? Good Lord, it's 7 o'clock already. Alright. We need to get on with this. Let me dry this real quick. Yeah, that's exactly what I need to do. I need to call up Jamie Lynn. I need to call up Cinnamon. Cinnamon's got a new challenge starting April 1st. It's the acrylic every day. She's got some prompts, but I haven't seen them yet. She hasn't made them public yet. But you're supposed to paint an acrylic painting every day, 12 inches or smaller, 12-inch square or smaller. I don't know, that sounds like fun. We'll have to see how much homework is involved in my portrait class, though. We'll have to see how much homework is involved in my portrait class to decide if that's the way we're going to go. If I'm going to involve myself in another challenge. And challenges can be pretty hectic. That's Cinnamon Cooney. She's the Art Sherpa on YouTube. Art Sherpa with an E, Sherpa. She's good people. See, I think her husband's name is John too. Jamie Lynn's husband's name is John. Johnny. And Cinnamon's husband's name is John. My name is Jonathan. It's a pretty cool name. I'd say it must have been popular around our time of our births, but none of us are nowhere near the same age. Nomadic Rose. Wow. Long time no see. I've been doing good. How about you, Rose? I've moved to Houston. I'm down here where water doesn't freeze. It's been good. Patrick says hi. Hi, Patrick. All right, let's put another coat of that on there. This is absorbent ground. This stuff, you're in Yuma, Arizona. It's like everybody's moving. This stuff turns any surface into a watercolor paper. Makes any surface behave like watercolor paper. I think it's really good stuff. I'm using Golden's brand. They suggest you use up to 4 coats, and they suggest that you wait till each layer cures, till each coat cures. And I can see that if we were doing something archival on a hubcap, but we're not. So Baytown's got problems right now. Rose, have you seen they had that fire down in Deer Park? There's eight of those big holding tanks were on fire in Deer Park and in Galena Park, and now everybody's been told to shelter in place. Yeah, it's been a really big fire. We're over here on the Katy side, and they even told the schools not to go outside at playground at recess. All the way over here in Katy. tell you what, I'm going to have to get an air conditioner installed out here if we do this for very much longer. I have an air conditioner to install in here. I just have to be able to cut a hole in my wall and not have my homeowners association throw a fit about it. Now I know that I picked that lid up. What did I do with that lid after I picked it up? That lid was, there it is. I'm going to go back in with just a little more red. The red didn't go through as well as I wanted it to. And then we're going to set it aside and do what's on your easel. This will dry really, really light. I just don't want the background to be all one color. Thank you. She's in the chat room. For those of you watching on YouTube, I do this live on Thursday nights from 6:30 to whenever I'm finished. And Nomadic Rose is in the chat room. She told me that she loves my faces. We're going to set it aside real quick and do what's on your easel. I have no easels to show. I know that my daughter had an easel to show, but she wandered off. But Pamela said she sent easels in, and she said that she is not struggling with artist block. Let's see. We may have easels from a few weeks ago for you, Pamela, since we haven't had a show in a few weeks. This was a picture of me that she did for 29 faces. That was her 29th face, number 20. No, it said number 5. So she did a picture of me. And then scrolling back up to the more recent stuff. That's a long ways to scroll. I get a lot of junk mail. Here we go. 5x7 greeting card watercolor. So there's a 5x7 greeting card watercolor. That's pretty cool. 5x7 is really small, Pamela. That's pretty cool. Got a lot of detail in there. And then painted ceramic frog for my daughter. How cute is that? Read it. Read it. That's cute. That's just cute. And then 2 other granddaughters. Oh, here we go. Baby pictures. Ah! Look at the babies! Babies! Look at them! I should get people to send me pictures of the babies for Subliminal Baby. I don't have any babies anymore for Subliminal Baby. Remember when we used to do Subliminal Baby? That was awesome. Back when the kids were little. and I would slide a baby up under the camera. Here's another cute frog. Woo! That's a nice looking frog. I like the red one, I like the blue one. That's a nice looking frog. Oh wait, here's the back of the frog. Now I have to go back to the red frog to see if there was a back of the red frog. Hang on. Ceramic frog. No, just the front. She just sent the front of the red frog. Okay, and then here is a 4x6 acrylic on a piece of wood. Nice. Jamie, we were just talking about you. APG Jamie just popped up in the chat room. We were just talking about you. I was just telling them that I need to get some art on with some friends. And I said, you just live down the road, that I ought to come over to Purple Door Studios and art with you for a little while. Get my motivation back. Look at this one, acrylic. What size was this? This is a 16 by 20 acrylic on canvas. The black and white version is done for from my camera. I just like the way it looked. Okay, so this is the same. This is the same thing. She just did it. She took a black and white photo of it. Why won't that focus? Hello. There we go. That's the same painting. She just really liked it in black and white. And then, okay, so that's all I had on easels. I have not done anything. All I can do is sit here and beg forgiveness. I've not done anything. But that's what was on my easel, or rather the lack thereof. That's what was on your easel. If you'd like to be a part of what's on your easel, simply send an email to blade@artisticbiker.com with the subject line easel, and we'll use your work to inspire other people to do stuff, because that's what we're here for, is just to inspire people, get people motivated to pick up their brushes. And it's not working. I'm not motivated to pick up my brushes, but this, at least once a week, I'm picking up my brushes. So here we go. Let's dry this just a little bit more. I want to make sure that this ground is good and dry before we move on to the next start. Pamela called it an art orgy. I'm not sure that that's appropriate, but I think we should get together and get our art on. She said I needed to get together with a bunch of art buddies and art. And I think that's exactly what I need to do. We'll get together. I'll bring my beautiful young bride and the kids. You bring Johnny. We'll go someplace. We'll do a couple of nude still lifes. She needs to send weasels, but she's shy and lazy and didn't think of it. And Nomadic Rose says she'll send easels next week. Well, goodness, if you guys all send easels next week, I'll have to do something too. It's bad enough I got Pamela showing me up doing all that fancy work, and I can't even be bothered to get my pencils out. Pamela sends in some some nice stuff every week. She really does. I've gotten kind of spoiled looking for her too. Hang on, I have to have my phone. But I didn't say he was going to pose nude. I said we were going to do nude still lifes. I picked out an image to draw, a pinup model, and my phone has, when my phone went to sleep, it lost it. I can't just throw all these models up on there. That would just be awkward, to say the least. Let's do this one. Alright, so I only know one way to do this, and that's draw where I'm interested at the time. So if you're watching this to learn how to do it, you may not be in the right place. Like I've said all along, if you learn something from this show, I assure you it was accidental. Because we don't teach on this show. I've tried to teach on this show a few times, and every time I try to teach, I get frustrated. So we don't teach on this show. It's just not good form for us. Too much pressure. Too much pressure. I'm not going to draw her with her tongue sticking out like she is. Alright. We're going to have some fun with that. Let's see. No sense of time. Me neither. Nomadic as way. It's okay. Drain. You really get your mailing address, please. See, that's what I think. I just show how to do something right or wrong. Exactly. I just show how I do it. I just show how I do it. And how I do it may or may not be the best way. I learned what I was trying to show you a while ago, and I forgot to say what I was doing. These pens, if you get one of these pens, a lot of times the little air hole clogs up with ink, and if you're not getting any ink out of it, if you'll open it, it'll release the air pressure, and then seal it back in, and then you'll get a flow of ink again. Maybe. There we go. Maybe. I think I'd have been better off if I'd have just started with ink. Yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll see how it goes from there. I didn't know if I wanted to go with watercolor, if I wanted to stick with oh hey, let's go to the new watercolors. We don't have to use those busted old watercolors. Let's break out the new watercolors. Woohoo! Let's see how that works out. Oh, okay, so I felt like this set of watercolors, which are koi watercolors, and I bought a set of koi watercolors to refill it for when it gets empty. But I feel like these colors are all cool. They're all bluish, and it may just be because the blue is bled over and everything. But I feel like these colors are all cool colors, and I've had a hard time getting some warmth out of it. And so I was taking Anna Mason's online course for watercolors, and she suggested a palette. And the way she sets the palette up, I want to show you this real quick. These are they're not Daniel Smith's. These are Winsor & Newton professional grade. And so the way she set her palette up, I thought was really smart. She starts with this lemon yellow, and then she has her cools, and she has her blues on one side with the lemon yellow peaking with the lemon yellow, and then she has her reds on the other side peaking with the lemon yellow. And the reason why is because this side's all warm, and so if the lemon yellow bleeds into something, it doesn't affect anything. It stays nice and warm. If the reds blend over into something over here, it doesn't matter. It stays nice and warm, and you don't get your mud. But over here, everything's blue. And if this starts to blend together, then it all just stays some shade of blue, and the blues and the reds don't mix, so you don't get mud in the middle. And I thought, you know, that's pretty sharp. So that's what I did too. I thought that was a good idea. I just thought I'd share that with you. Let's get a big brush. I don't want to use a water brush. I want to use a big brush. No, let's use the round. Or not the round, the filbert. I get more action out of this one. Woo, sexy lady. Okay, so let's get a little bit of, what is that, yellow ochre? A little bit touch of burnt umber. A lot of water. And let's get some shadows put in here. See, that's where that ink being water soluble really comes into play. It really lets you work in there and get you some shadows if you want them. If you don't want them, just don't get them. A lot of water. come over here and get this side of her face with the shadows on it. And there's shadows over here, and there's shadows under here. And then we're going to move away from there because we want that to dry before I do anything else to it. So I'll get some Payne's Gray. And we'll do some shadows on her shirt. A lot of Payne's Gray. We'll get the dark areas of her shirt there. See what I mean? It works. It lets that paper work just like watercolor paper. That ground is really very nice. I'm really happy with it. All right. She needs to be a redhead. I know in the picture she's blonde, but that's just not our style. That's just never going to work with me. So, just out of curiosity, who didn't know that she was going to end up a redhead? Was there anybody that might have been confused about that? I'm just curious, because I know it comes as a shock, but I have kind of a redhead fetish. Can I push my book up a little bit? Yes. I can also zoom out a little bit, so that you can see the whole book. Alright, her blue jeans. I'm going to start with just a little bit of washed out blue here. Just enough so we know she's not naked. And I'm not sure I care if you think she's naked, but she's not. Tell you what, let's dry that so that we can get the next colors on there without not mixing it. Yeah, Jamie says I would have been surprised. Can you push the book up a little or zoom out? I zoomed out. Oh yeah, I hope Pamela says that her granddaughter sent pictures, or she sent pictures of her red-headed granddaughter. Hey, Rose, I think I saw that in the Creative Arts collab group about your phone cutting out when you're trying to broadcast live. My phone would do that too, but somebody else said if you put it in airplane mode. The problem with putting it in airplane mode is you can't broadcast while you're in airplane mode. You can only record. Yeah, I knew the fact that she was a redhead would shock all you guys. I just knew. That's why I kind of gave you a little bit of warning. I didn't want you to freak out when you saw that I made her a redhead. Lot of water. Lot of water. Yeah, I didn't. That's why I kind of gave you a little bit of warning. I didn't want anybody shocked by the fact that I was going to make her a ginger. I knew that would throw a lot of people off. I'm going to add just a little bit of shading here and here and here. I don't like the way the shading turned out, so I'm just going to shade it just a little more. Just a little. I may actually bring some of this red down in here. Yeah, that's what I needed to do. Not that much red. Goodness. There we go. A little bit right here. A little bit right here. There we go. And put a little bit right there. 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 That adds warmth. Now I don't want her sweater to be white. So let's come in with a little bit of this. I don't want a black either. But I can go to a bigger brush because I'm going to cover a big area. Just let that paint splash. That's what watercolors are supposed to do. Can't talk. Harding. I think that'll work. Bye, Rose. See you next week. Let me try that one more time. Now I'm going to come back with a darker blue. Rose said we'd pass out if she wasn't a redhead. That's probably dry enough for what I'm going to do. Let's see. First off, I want that to go across there because I want that there. So let's come back with. I don't know that I really have a darker blue. So let's go back with some more Payne's Gray, but thinner. Because that turns into a blue. Because this side is in shadow and it doesn't look like it. Can't talk, Harding. I think that is going to work fine for me. I'm going to take a little bit of this burnt umber and I'm going to add some tone to this down here. Because I just don't feel like it's dark enough. And then I'm going to take the smaller brush again and I'm going to fire up those lips. And maybe a little bit of rose in the eyelids. And let's come back with the Payne's Gray again because it's really more interesting than black. And let's get all these shadows in here. Let's get all these dark areas in here. like that. All right, calling her done. Time is it? 7:54. Good Lord. Practice makes how do you spell proficient? Oh goodness, I hope I don't spell it wrong. Somebody look that up for me. Make sure I spelled it right. Why does it look wrong? Oh goodness. Now I have to look it up. Proficient. Proficient. Yes, good. All right, I'm calling her done. Let me dry it. Not a coffee. I had to look it up, ABG. Thank you, Pamela. Where did TIY go? Did she leave? She was there hours ago. I like when the little tools dry up and they make little ringlets where they dry like this. I like the way that looks. This would be a good time to come back with the brush pen if one were so inclined. And reinforce those lines to give it that illustrative quality that I like. I think I am. I think my brush pen is actually running out of ink. I'm gonna have to. Tell you what, let's try this brush pen. Let's see if this one's out of ink. Ah! Now it's just dripping. Alright, I'm done. If I'm just going to drip on it, I'm done. Can't be done. Alright, now I'm done. Well guys, thank you so much for joining me. You know I look forward to this every week. This is my favorite night of the week when I get to art with my besties. Be sure and tune in next week. I will have taken my first portrait class, so maybe I'll have something portraity to talk about. But in the meantime, keep arting. This is when we dance. We dance until somebody says that they see us dancing, because that's how we know that the lag is caught up. Remember to send your easels in to blade@artisticbiker.com easel, and we can use your works to inspire other people to do works. Hopefully somebody's still in the chat room and they can tell me that they see me dancing, because otherwise I'm going to stop when I run out of air. So okay, I'm stopping. Thanks guys. Mwah!